Hey guys, welcome back. Stephanie Oki here again. Today I am not making soap, I am making this lovely, yummy looking, ice creamy looking shea butter, body butter. It's made with shea butter, avocado oil, and other nice and luxurious oils that you're gonna see here. I do put in some cocoa butter in my body butter now, and even coconut oil. If you've watched, I have a body butter video that people really seem to like. I'm gonna link it up there so you can watch that if you want to. But on there, I had written that, or I had said, I didn't write, I said that I did not like to use coconut oil. Well, that was a time when, I didn't, let's just say it was a phase. And now I do use coconut oil in my body butter because it does add some extra nourishment. And I also use cocoa butter, like you saw there. I measured out some cocoa butter. So for this, I'm taking some extra precautions because this is for a customer. It's a custom order, and I am, I sprayed down everything with 100% rubbing alcohol, and I'm wearing gloves. And yeah, so now I am melting down what we have there, and what we have is the cocoa butter, the shea butter, and I'm melting that down in a different way in a way that's different from the way I would have done it if I was doing soap. So here I'm using, just hot water in a bowl and melting that down very gently, as opposed to using the microwave, right? Because this is something that you rub on your body. It's not a wash off product. It's not something you're washing off. And so you kind of want to preserve all of that, all the nutrients that come with it. So you can see me tapping away. I literally had to hold that down because I put in too much water in the bowl and I didn't want to take it out. So I held it down. Trust me, this video is sped up. This was about maybe 20 to 30 minutes of just standing and holding it down. But I did change the water at some point as well. Anyway, so this is just me melting down my hard oils before I then go on to measure in my soft oils. Now, when making body butter, I do try to be very precise with my measurements, even though it's not really a big deal. But the reason is, just so that when I want to make it again, I know what I'm doing. And I also, for this one, I did keep my ratio of hard oils to soft liquid oils to 1 to 1. Like I left my ratio at 1 to 1 rather. So that's 50% of the hard and 50% of the soft oils. Now also, you have to remember that the type of hard oils that you use matters. Now, cocoa butter is much harder than shea butter, much harder than coconut oil, for example. So if you were not using, say, cocoa butter, you could actually take that up to 60-40 in ratio, like 60%, not ratio, percentage, 60% of the hard oil, that's the shea butter, and 40% of the liquid. But if with cocoa butter in, you don't want it to get too hard, so you don't do up to 60%. So you kind of bring that down. Make sure that your cocoa butter is at a minimal. I think mine was about 5, not more, definitely not more than 10% of the overall formula here. So that's just how I formulated this one, so that it would still be a little creamy, not so creamy, because cocoa butter is hard, and it's body butter. You're not trying to make it body lotion, right? So it's not so creamy. But I'm just telling you guys just how I try to formulate my recipes for body butter. And yeah, so that's what I did for this one. So now I'm just adding in some olive oil, just a bit of olive oil, gives it all of that goodness, vitamin E and everything that these oils have. And then here is some avocado oil that I'm going to be adding. And to this I also added some argan oil, just a bit, because argan oil is on a level, right? And then I added some castor oil. Why am I so silly? I added some castor oil. Yeah, so this is the argan oil, and then some vitamin E as well, because vitamin E does help to preserve the mix for longer. And of course, when using body butters, you have to avoid letting water get into your container, because water then allows bacteria to grow, and so then your body butter can start to smell funky. Anyway, so now I put that in the fridge after measuring out everything, fridge or freezer, Depends on how much patience you have. I put mine in the freezer actually, and then by the time it starts to solidify around the sides, it's kind of a sign that it's okay to now mix it. And so here I am now mixing it, and that's just how the body butter is made. So I'm gonna let you guys watch it. I'll show you where like I stopped at some point, or actually let's just keep going, right? Okay, so now I'm just mixing and mixing, and you can see that the color is starting to go from a kind of really deep yellow to a more creamy whitish color. And then you have to stop at some point and look at the sides, like you can see I'm doing here. You look at the sides and you can see that some of the hard oils are stuck to the side. So this always happens. It's like it's unavoidable. It always happens. So you always have to kind of stop at some point, scrape, so you can incorporate everything. If not, you're gonna leave some hard bits behind, and it just kind of affects the consistency of everything. So yeah, scrape it and then continue blending. You can stop again, scrape the sides, continue blending, and that's how you would really get. Is it continue blending, continue mixing, or what is it? What's the whipping? That's what I've been thinking about. Oh my gosh, words always leave my head when I need them. Anyway, so you continue to whip. Continue to whip, and here I'm using a hand mixer. If you have a big standing, I don't know what they call standing mixer, stand mixer, one of those big ones, you can use that too. Just the same protocol, stop and scrape the sides and things like that. And that's how you can get a really really good body butter. Now I haven't quite figured out how long it takes to whip. It definitely depends on the speed of the mixer you're using and all of that stuff. So, I don't think there's any harm in whipping for too long. So really, just whip as long as you can. The goal for me is always to get it to be stiff, just like, like icing, like when you're trying to do your frosting for cake and you want it to be stiff. That's kind of always my goal. I always want to see like a peak forming when I raise my mixer up and things like that. And then I also want it to be really white. I do love my body butter. When it looks really white, I know that yes, I have mixed it thoroughly. So yeah, you're gonna see how this turns out. And just a reminder, please do remember to subscribe to my channel. It really does help. On this channel I show my soap making, so if you're interested in learning how to make soap, here, this is the channel to join, because I'm that person who shows you my mistakes as much as I show you the good bits. Trust me, I'm very realistic. And then also, of course, like you can see, occasionally I show my body butter. So yeah. So now I'm satisfied with how much I've mixed this, and I think it just looks really nice and really perfect, and of course really yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And this is actually edible. It is. It's something you can eat because all of the ingredients are edible, but please just do not eat. I mean, what's the point? Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.